My 30 meters wife, 28F, told another man not to tell me they were hanging out. I am upset that my wife told another man to not tell me they were hanging out. My stay-at-home wife, 28F, and I, 30 meters, have a mutual friend, 28 meters. He comes over multiple times a week and hangs out. Lately, my wife and he have been texting consistently every day and hanging out in person, watching TV together, going shopping, going on walks together with our baby. I had an anxiety attack a few weeks back because she had told me that he is a good friend who's making her happy when I can't while she's lonely at home and I'm working, and it made me feel that the relationship is compromised. She assured me nothing was wrong, and I then started trying to do everything I can think of to fill any voids or deficiencies I have contributed to in the relationship and reduce her loneliness. Like coming home from work early. I normally work 10-hour days. Spending more time out of the house together, etc. Fast forward to a few days ago. I'm out and about and I FaceTime her. She says she's busy and hangs up on me mid-sentence. And it felt like she was trying to hide the fact she was talking to me. I later get home and ask her how her day was and what she was up to, and she instantly asks why I'm interrogating her. She then admits that she was hanging out with the friend, picked him up, and that she told him not to tell me that they were hanging out together because of how I'd react. But she said it in a way that felt super defensive or guilty. I had texted him earlier and he said he was at home, which means he followed what she asked him to do and continued the lie. I told her that I don't feel comfortable with this now, and that I don't want to have her get rid of her friend. But I don't think I can feel okay in a relationship like this. She responded with accusations that I don't trust her and that I'm trying to take away her friend. And that if I was more present and a better partner, then she wouldn't feel the need to keep things from me because of how I react to them. I'm hurt, but can someone steer me in a direction? I really need some unbiased opinions. Also, I'll be happy to share more info if you need. Thanks. Edit. Holy smokes. Did not expect this to blow up. Just to add, she also watches our baby from 7:00–5:00. Then goes to school 5:3010 to 30. I don't want to paint her initial or foundational picture as bad, as she has always been a wonderful partner and woman and mother. She's the best mother. But this specific snapshot really triggered and bothered me. I've had to medicate with antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds because I can't handle my emotions about this. Also, I'm sure I've never been the perfect partner or husband. I've got upset, said words I don't mean angrily, and I'm sure I've hurt her emotionally at times. I don't want this post to be too one-sided. She at least is having an emotional affair. Tell her if you had this kind of relationship with a female friend what she would feel. How can you trust her if she is having secrets with a guy and lying to you? This is a huge red flag. Oh buddy, they're dating and you're just paying the bills. That's fishy. Huh. And that if I was more present and a better partner, then she wouldn't feel the need to keep things from me because of how I react to them. Nice victim blaming. Lady. Maybe it's time for her to get a job if she's so bored all day. Maybe you'd be able to work fewer hours if she contributed. Thinking on it, I'd draw a line. Friend is no contact or the marriage is over. Once they started lying to you as a group, the trust was done. You tell her damn right you don't trust her. That's what happens when people conspire with each other to lie to me. This friendship needs to end 100%. That is on her. Don't let her BS and twist this on you. You need to be very clear with her what is at stake with these games she is playing. If she wants to save the marriage, couples counseling ASAP. She is putting a lot of blame on you here when she's the one having an emotional affair at minimum. They have both lied to you. Broken trust is really hard to repair, and the work to do that is on her. She also needs to stop the Darvo tactic now. What you need to do is decide if you want to stay with her. If you can ever trust her again. She's cheating, and it's time for you to find a new friend. And that if I was more present and a better partner, then she wouldn't feel the need to keep things from me because of how I react to them. How dare you go to work and bring home the money to provide for your family? I'd tell her, fine. Then you go and work 50 weeks while I chill at home hanging out with friends. I guess I'd have to cheat on you then. Because you're such a bad partner. Quote. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, well, bare minimum. They are having conversations both through text and in person that aren't appropriate for a married person to have with someone who isn't their spouse. She's hyper-defensive and blame-shifting for a reason. And it's because she knows she's doing something that a person in a committed relationship shouldn't be doing. Listen. Your wife is gaslighting the hell out of you. She is not a good person, it seems. She lies, manipulates and abuses you. She is absolutely having an affair with this guy, as plain as simple. It's time for the big guns. Tell her that since this relationship is not going good, and she prefers his company because you are working to make ends meet, you need to talk about divorce. Watch her reaction. It'll definitely get results. My partner works long hours sometimes, but I've never thought of filling that void with someone else. In fact, I'm usually so overjoyed he's finally home, sometimes I suffocate him. Lol, I'm also a som. Your wife and your friend know what they're doing. They're trying to hide it from you, gaslight you and manipulate you. She's just trying to find ways to victim blame you, making you feel guilty for working long hours to provide for your family when she gets to stay home. At the very least, she's emotionally cheating. Which I guess isn't as bad as the full-blown physical side, but the goal is to eventually get there. I'd start getting your finances in check. Find a divorce lawyer. Get everything you need to know so when you finally catch them and have the evidence, hand her the divorce papers. You do not want to stay with someone or even work on anything with somebody that not only doesn't have to work 50 hours a week, but thinks anyone is fair game to her when you're gone. She doesn't care about you. You're over here doing the hard job, and does she even think of the mental and physical strain that it does to you? Or is it all about how she feels and what she doesn't have? My partner works at a grocery store. When he gets home, he is so mentally drained from being in public and interacting with people. I get cabin fever. I have a car, but it's not at the house for various reasons. And I want to get out and actually physically shop for things instead of using Amazon for everything. It's not fair of me to constantly ask him to take me out and not even consider the fact that I'm asking him to do more than what I'm willing to do. So I suck it up sometimes and just order stuff online. Find ways to go out with my mom or someone else and let him actually have time to himself. And when he's up to it, he'll take me out when he's able to. Don't put up with someone who isn't willing to actually meet you halfway. Don't settle for mediocre. Don't settle for someone so selfish. If she's so bored at home, she's gonna love having to get a job when you divorce her. I hope you realize that your friend coming over multiple times a week and hanging out with your wife is not just inappropriate but also shows that they have an affair. Are you sure it's your baby? He's therefore your wife and his baby? Stop being ignorant, get your life in order. Stop being accommodating to your wife, that's why she's walking over you. No kids? Dump her. Kids? Dump her. After all her lying, gaslighting, I would set up a hidden camera. She's at the very least having an emotional affair. And an EA plus proximity often leads to a physical affair. Would recommend both of you read Not Just Friends by Shirley Glass. So, your wife is dating your so-called friend, and you want directions. Really? Sue F. The moment your partner starts to actively hide things from you and keep secrets is the moment something is horribly wrong in the relationship. And since both of them seem to do that, I would say this doesn't look good. I am sorry. That's your wife's emotional affair partner. I don't know how long till it turns physical. But it will. I mean, they are hanging at his house. You can hire a PI, get the evidence. I hate to ask, but have you had paternity testing done on your baby? I certainly would be if I were in your shoes. I sincerely hope it's not as bad as it seems. But there are a lot of red flags here. Good luck and Godspeed. So if I'm gathering this correctly, her logic was, I made our mutual friend lie about me spending time with him when you weren't aware because I knew you'd be upset that I am spending time with another man, as if I had something to hide. Further confirming your suspicions and really making myself look guilty of infidelity. Then, when I am confronted on my lie through my own guilt shaken by an innocuous comment and how it made you feel to be lied to about your wife hiding the time she spent with another man who is supposed to be both our friends. Rather than apologize for it or acknowledge how hurtful it was, I will turn it on you that I only lied because I don't think you trust me and want to take away this other man that I am either already cheating with or crossing deep emotional boundaries. That about it? If she isn't already cheating, she's about to. And the fact she doesn't feel sorry in the slightest but instead blames you. She may have already checked out. Are you sure how long they have been seeing each other? But they are not just talking. She's have a sexual affair with this guy. Buy little CSMS to catch them. Be prepared to find out it been sex the whole time. That she's been lying to you. Are you prepared to divorce her for cheating?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.